There's a website in Canada called beyond.ca, and it's basically a forum for car geeks, people who are into souped-up performance cars. But it has a worldwide audience. And one night, a car dealer in Calgary had a car stolen. Guy came, took the car out for a test drive, and gave false ID. So he put up a post which basically said, this is the car, it's a Nissan Skyline, it was taken out, and he gave a description of the guy, and he said he's a heavy-set guy, about 23, 24 years of age, and the distinguishing feature of this guy was that he was missing the middle two fingers of his left hand. So he kind of made the rock salute whether he wanted to or not. So the guy offered a reward and said, you know, if you see him at all, please let me know. About 4 hours later, and now the chronology of this is really important, about 4 hours later, one of the guys on the website is driving around Calgary, and he pulls up alongside a set of lights, realizes it's the Nissan Skyline, whips out the mobile phone, takes a camera and says, hey, I found him. So I don't know if you're aware of what happens on these kind of forums, but the whole internet meme thing starts. People get the Photoshop out, and within a couple of hours, there were all kinds of really disgusting photographs of this young man who'd been Photoshopped. But most of them I can't show you, but the one that I can show you is obvious because he became known as the Claw for fairly obvious reasons. So then the whole thing started to gather momentum, and it was only a matter of another hour or so before someone said, you know, I think I recognize that guy. I think he went to Father Lakeham High School. So they then said, well, help me go through the Father Lakeham High School Facebook page. And so within a matter of moments, they'd identified him as a guy called James Jacobson. Well, it was only a matter of time then before somebody said, well, this is where he works, and this is where he lives. Here's the Google map. So now they were at hysteria point. By the time this story is finishing, there's 1.5 million people have followed this, and there's been about 4,500 posts. So they all get very excited, and they go, well, why don't we just do something? So let's go, we'll meet at the garage, and then we'll do something. But they have no idea what they're going to do, and they have no idea how many people are going to turn up. As it turns out, there's about 20 people turn up, and they get together and they say, well, what should we do? So they decide they're just going to drive around to his house and they're just going to block his car in. So then they call the police, and then they say, I believe you've got a stolen car. And the police say, have we? And they said, well, yeah, and if you want to arrest the guy, he's here. Just come around. So they did, and of course, what did they do? But they had the mobile phones. They're all sitting in the cars watching all this. They record the arrest, and they put it up on YouTube. So the whole thing's gone viral. Now, the car dealer, within 24 hours, has his car returned to him. Now, I don't know if you know anything about performance cars, but essentially, you've got about a 36-hour window because it's stripped for parts and the car's useless after that. But he gets it back within 24 hours, and it's in immaculate condition. It's hardly been touched. Better than that, the Claw has left his baseball cap on the back seat of the car. So what does the car dealer do? He puts it up on eBay. And he gets $255 for it. So he's actually up on the deal. Now, the Canadian police, it was hysterical. They appear on TV afterwards and they go, well, you know, we really don't approve of people taking action like this. But of course, that's the whole point. We do this stuff now because we can.